UDP. So it's basically streaming. It's connectionless. It's connectionless, right? So if it's streaming, when you're using that, it's basically using UDP. So when you want to send data, which you actually want, you don't care if the data is reached, if you use the destination user itself, or if it's like you want to interpret or something like that, you use UDP because you want fast, right? TCP basically use a two-way handshake. So it's basically connectionless. I mean connection. It's connection based, right? So you're making a connection. So you're making sure that it's used to this user and stuff. So you do like the sync, then the sync acknowledge, then they do like a acknowledge. So that basically TCP form like a two-way handshake and make sure that the information reach the user itself and make sure it's secure as well. So when it comes of security, we use TCP. When it comes up streaming, or you want it fast, high speed, use UDP. Because we're actually streaming right now, so that is using UDP right now. Watching a YouTube video or streaming is basically using UDP. Because it's connectionless. Nothing being exchanged. In this case right here. Yeah,
Give me 1 second. 1 second,
no
okay?
problem. Yeah.
Usually as it gets later in the night, I get like 30,000 messages.
Oh.
Just pretty much all my friends and stuff that I keep in communication with somehow wake up at like the same time and all message me at the same time, so I just die. All right, so we answered that. I'm trying to think what I want to do now because we've been at this for a little bit over 5 hours straight. I got the, what is it, an 81%, which is still pretty good. I like that. I would like it to have been higher, but I only missed 16 questions.
It's all good.
So actually, what we can do is we can actually review some of those questions that were missed and
Yeah.
try to go a little bit more in depth in them of why they were missed.
Yeah. It did all the performance questions, right? Like there on A. It did all.
Yeah, I did all 90, and I've already done all the PBQs.
Nice.
So I did all. I got all of these right. So the only one I
Awesome.
did do that I skipped over because I wasn't 100% sure was 5. I did skip that one. So the first one that I did miss is gonna be 7. I missed this one.
Oh, we didn't do this one right here.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get notes out so I can write the reason why I missed it and kind of cut into it a little bit more. That way, hopefully, I don't miss it again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into this. Okay. Okay, company's email server has received an email from a third party, but the organization's server does not match the list of authorized devices. Which of the following would determine the disposition of this message? So I went with SPF. I don't know why I did that, but for some reason I did. I was thinking that it was the I don't think I fully read it because of the disposition. And I was thinking like the way it works because it goes through SPF first, then DKIM, and then DMARC to decide whether or not to keep or to discard that because it's talking about the disposition. I'm pretty sure that's why that should have been DMARC.
Yeah, DMARC. Yeah, that way it could be DMARC. Yeah, so basically specify the default is our spam email. To this limit, owner of the original email domain can choose to have these messages accept sent to spam folder or rejected. To use the DMARC for that to correct that information itself. So the user to even either accept it or decline it or reject it itself and send it to the spam folder. So if I send you a message and then is you have like a malicious link itself, you get to actually choose if you want to like accept it or keep it itself. Then you could just you just send it to the spam folder.
Okay.
Yeah, because so they're using DMARC. So you're being able to actually send it to like a spam folder. Can you check?
That makes sense. That makes sense. The next one I missed, I believe, was a scrub, a rookie move. I missed 16 and 17. So I missed these two. So this one I think it was explained to me because of the private connection. Your
Yeah.
connection's not private. Uh, I don't know why I just went with the authentication. Obviously, that's not right. And because it's not
Wi-Fi.
the way they explained it to me was because it's not private. It's because you have the on path, the man in the middle, that is making it not private by having something in the middle. Uh, so like if the data was coming in, there's that man in the middle before it gets to the destination, which is here.
Yeah, the
And
do
that's
the right thing about them to actually use their SLS certificate itself to use like a private one or a secure one itself, so you get like an invalid one because it's on path attack. It basically just listening on the thing itself or monitoring the target, right? Or I can see being like a man in the middle, so you don't have no thing to actually do like any or get a private or a private SLS or secure certificate because basically you're on path.
yep. The next one, sorry, hold on. JT joined. The next one I missed was this one. I think I went with Eep. I think it's because I went with it because I honestly didn't. I think you told me it again, but the single sign on is obviously wrong, and then this is your not your hashing, but your authentication.
Authentication
Yeah, I had it for a second. Yeah,
Yo,
authentication.
yo.
Yeah, so I don't know why I didn't choose Federation because it is talking about the credentials of a third party site, and for whatever reason, that somehow jumped past me, and I just completely whiffed that question. But also it didn't help the fact that I wasn't fully sure what EAP was. What is EAP again?
I think it's basically do with authentication. I think it's extendable application protocol. Extendable. It's basically to do with authentication. So it's extendable authentication protocol. So basically extendable authentication protocol. It's a authentication protocol.
Okay.
Yeah, you work with authenticating like wireless network itself.
Let me go to. I don't even know what that even falls in.
Looking at the exam objective.
I guess Professor Mercer doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's on there. It's on there.
Is it?
Yeah, use the search thing and get. Type in, go
Oh,
on
there
the,
it is. Hold
yeah.
on, yeah. There it is. It's taking a minute to load. Okay, EAP.
Extendable authentication protocol.
So it's another authentication protocol then. EAP so it integrates with EAP integrates with the 802.1x.
It's that one X. Yeah.
Okay. I swear to God, if my Siri does not stop listening in on my conversations, I'm gonna kill Siri. My watch just keeps going off, and Siri just keeps listening to me talking, and that's like not okay because I'm not activating Siri.
See, he's being disrespectful.
Siri's being very disrespectful right now.
You have to do better than that.
Yeah, I know, right? I missed 22 as the next one. All right. The embedded OS system in the company's time. Oh yeah, this was the race condition that we were talking about. Yeah, I don't know how. I think it shows malicious update. That's obviously wrong.
Yeah. So you're on the service condition, right?
You said what?
You're on the service condition, right?
On the race condition?
Yeah, if you understand it now.
Okay, say it again. I'm sorry.
No. Actually, if you understand race condition right now, so what is the race condition? If you understand it right now.
I don't think I'm understanding you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I mean, if you like understand like what is race condition, like what's the race condition. Like if you know
what is the race condition?
Yeah, if you know what
I mean, I knew what it was. I just don't know why I didn't choose it. It's like when you have like two things that are trying to log things at the same time and not keeping track of both of them. Or at least that's how I understand it.
Yeah, two processes trying to do the same thing at the same time and stuff. So it basically be with process. Trying to access the same resource at the same time and stuff, causing a loop.
Yeah, because
so
yeah, because
if you take for instance like go in the bank, right, and you have like $100, and then you go to take $50, and then something else try to do the same thing again, like somebody try to take $50 again at the same time, and then when you go back there, you still have $100 there because it's a race condition. So it's basically the process. It's basically for negative to itself, so you call that kind of race condition. Okay. So instead of having $50 stuff, you have $100 within your account. So I like the race condition.
Yeah. This is what it should have been. Okay, the next one I missed. I don't know how I fucking missed 23 too. I don't know. I just whiffed that one. Obviously, we know the first part is account lockout, but I had chosen password reuse. I don't know why. I was just thinking because when it's talking about the password attempts and the users are not required to periodically change their passwords, that should have been expiration to force them to do that. But I understand why I missed this question. I don't know why my head was like in the reuse, because it just tells you reuse is just don't reuse the same password. But if you're not changing the password, then it doesn't matter anyway. So the password expiration should have been the correct choice, but for whatever reason I just completely whiffed that one as well. And we missed 28. Companies store some of the employees' information in encrypted form. But other public. Oh yeah, because I chose. I think I chose asymmetric. But it was record was the correct answer. I was just thinking asymmetric at the time because I saw public and like a private from like encrypted, but it's not doing technically a form of communication. The same which the following would best describe this encryption strategy, and it's for records true because you're some of the employees' information needs to be kept private, and then the other part, that's the record part, and then there's the public details, which are stored in plain text. And that's why I missed that one. Then we missed 31. Security engineer runs monthly vulnerability scans. That doesn't list the vulnerabilities. Okay, so for this one I chose the
COD.
yeah, I just wasn't reading. I chose zero tack. I mean, obviously, I know it's not a zero tack because the vulnerability is technically already found, and well, a zero-day attack is like the vulnerability is not found, and there's nothing that you can do to pretty much stop it. But it was should have been the false negative because uh, they know about the vulnerability, and of the significant vulnerability that was announced last week, but the servers none of the servers are patched, which is the following described. So they were doing the vulnerability scans and seeing that there's no actual issue, so it was just giving out a false negative. That's why that should have been false negative.
Yeah, because there's actually an issue there. The vulnerability was there, but he scanned and pick it up.
And then I missed 32. This was because of the automation that was being used for the response time of security. I guess somehow I was thinking guardrails for whatever reason, but it was definitely escalation was the correct answer.
It's like escalating it.
Because it's trying to improve that response time or direct to the right or correct spot. I was only thinking guardrails because it's like maybe it's one you need to not mess up what exactly was what was being chosen, or like I guess because guardrails like pretty much keep you on track, not to deviate from what needs to happen. My next one that I missed was 40. Which of the following considerations are most commonly associated with the hybrid cloud? This was because honestly, I'm probably not reading and thinking through hybrid, multiple things. So it should have been the network protection mismatch. I don't know why on God's green earth I chose micro service outages. I don't know why that was it, but I do know why this is the correct answer.
Nice.
So my next one that I missed was 42, which is this one. Which of the following is used to describe how cautious an organization might be taking a specific risk? I had the right idea of the appetite, which should have been what it was, because how many hits can you take? And then organization might be taking a certain risk, or describe how cautious an organization might take specific risk. This is why this should have been this answer, but for whatever reason, I don't even know why I thought that the registry was the right answer. I think it was guiding myself and not putting these two together. Because what is a risk registry?
I think it's more like I wouldn't say arithmetic itself, but it's something like they have like a record of it itself. So you could, I think you put in like a score towards the risk, to like the likelihood and stuff. So maybe I get right, please.
Okay.
Yeah. But basically identifying, evaluating, and adjusting potential risk itself. So you're basically documenting it. So let me put the let me put the picture so you can understand.
I'm gonna let load for a second.
Yeah. So this
Yeah.
right here is this here is very register right here.
Hold on. Every project has a plan, but also has a risk. Identify, document the risk associated with each step. Apply the solutions to the identified risk. Monitor the results. So this is just applying those solutions to those risks. Okay. My next one I missed was did 42. Was 59. Alright, 59. A Linux administrator is downloading an update version of her Linux distribution. The download site shows the link to the ISO and the SHA-256 hash value, which the following would describe the use of this hash value. We actually talked about this while I was doing the test. This because it's not the hash value. What this is just verifying integrity and verifying files, and this is why that should have been A. But for whatever reason, I think chose authentication when it shouldn't have done that. So yeah, because of that, that's why I was thinking that.
So C would not actually say the actual official ISO distribution site because the attackers actually clone the site and put a fake malware on it itself. So because it's on there or fake hash rate, you actually and you don't it, you actually get a malware. So that's why it can be C because C authenticated site is as an official ISO distribution site. So that will actually determine that. That way.
Yeah. My next one I missed.
Yeah, they say provide a key for description. No. It can't. This more likely a public key or hard value itself, so it can be a key for decryption. And we actually put it on the download side. We put it public right there.
Yeah. And then I missed 62. And then we also talked about this one because I was saying link, but it should have been the phishing campaign. Like I knew it was between this one or this one, so I've already went over that one. My next one I missed was 69. We also went over this one. I chose the on path, but it should have been the instant messaging because that's what's on the actual host itself. That's obviously not phishing or default credentials, but that's why I should have been the instant messaging. Talked about that one. The next one I missed was 79. Oh yeah, and then I'll explain this one to me because of the private keys, and how those work. So it had to be the integrating the system on the HSM because it's across multiple web servers, not just one, and then this one would be too cost expensive.
Yep.
Then we missed 84.
Oh, I think this will be as well. At the moment, I think put cross-site scripting. One on top.
Oh, I missed 82 too. Oh, it's because of how I wrote it down because I missed 84 and I came back to 82 because that was one of the ones I skipped.
Yeah, correct.
So that's also wrong. So I remember Maya explaining to me that she was telling me that this means SQL injection. The 1 equals 1 is SQL or SQL injection, however you want to say. So that one kind of went over. And then this was my last one that I actually missed. And then I missed this one, I think because I wasn't understanding the password role thing.
Yeah.
Because of the customer's information and stuff, encryption protection, additional authentication factors was needing a compliance to actually go through. So it would make that one out of it. And then that would have been all the ones that I missed. So, which was 16. I just went over that. We've been at it for 5.5, 6 hours, something like that. That just took like another 33 minutes to go through and talk. I'm probably about to get ready to hop off and rest for the rest of the night. I have to get up at 5 in the morning, and I still have to eat dinner. So, what time are you gonna be on? Are you gonna be on tomorrow, Kay?
Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Oh, let me see. Oh, I might not be on. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow.
Okay, because I take my test on Wednesday, so I'm gonna pretty much try to tomorrow. I'll probably go through the other 2 tests that Professor Messer, or at least one of them has to be done at least by tomorrow. So, but I also have a full day of work, so pretty much after that, I'll be on to do that. So.
Yeah, nice. I basically did like 3 of them already, like all. My test
I've only done the first one. I haven't done the other 2 yet.
Oh, nice. My test is Friday.
Okay. You're you're good. I think you're gonna pass pretty easy.
Why?
You're
Yeah, but
very well
yeah, but
versed
you
in the
see,
knowledge. I'm on
yeah,
the
but
struggle bus.
You
no,
guys
just
mind if
say
I can join you tomorrow? If you guys doing another test?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I mean, pretty much the way I've been kind of doing it for the sake of me passing because I take the test on Wednesday, is people can I'll have somebody reviewing uh the questions after I answer them, and then as soon as I'm done answering them, they'll say I'm right or wrong, so you can just pretty much follow along with that with those tests, and then I'll go back through and we'll review over all of those questions that I did miss. If you miss things, and then at the very end, if you need an explanation, that would be the time to ask. I don't know if you're testing anytime soon or anything like that, but because I am testing so soon, when I do study groups like this, I am a little selfish. So
And it's fine. But
okay,
tomorrow
so
you
it's
wanna do one, right?
yes, I'll be doing another one tomorrow with a group. So and Kay will probably be here, so we'll advise, and I'm sure Dax and other people will jump in.
What time
yeah.
exactly do you think? Because
Um,
okay,
I'm in Central Time now, so probably like 4 o'clock Central.
4 o'clock. Okay, got it. Thank you. And also
So
good luck, guys, and okay, for your exam.
Oh, sorry, I didn't quite get that. Can you repeat?
I said good luck for your exam on Friday. I hope you get.
Oh yeah, yeah, thanks. You guys want to do this right? This PBQ and then we'll go off. I don't think you guys this right? Did this already? I think.
yeah, I did those. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're gonna go through with them, you can. I already went
Yeah.
through those.
Let me see if I can explain this for them. Alright,
Okay,
so
y'all have a wonderful night, and I will probably see some of y'all tomorrow.
yeah, take care. We're just going to do this right here, do the PBQ, and then I might hop up. I'm going to do some. Try at me. Alright, so match the description with the most accurate attack type. Not all attack type will be